Hi, my name is Kara Hernandez, and this is my Microsoft Sway presentation over Screencast-O-Matic. I know we have all heard of Screencast-O-Matic because it's been suggested to us as one of the video recording platforms that we could use this semester in this course. However, some of you may be unfamiliar with how to use Screencast-O-Matic, or you might just not have that much experience on using Screencast-O-Matic. I have recorded over 100 videos with Screencast-O-Matic as I was responsible for completing virtual learning for my students last year. So this gave me time to really brush up on those skills with Screencast-O-Matic. So let's get started. When you go to screencastomatic.com, you will either need to log in or create an account. You can have a free account, however, some of the resources available on Screencast-O-Matic are only available if you have a paid-for subscription. My school district has a paid-for subscription that we can utilize. Your school district might as well. If not, if you are interested, you could make the choice on whether or not to sign up for a paid subscription. When I go to Screencast-O-Matic and I log in, this is what my account looks like. We have videos, images, folders, channels, and trash. It pops up on videos and I can see any of the videos I have recently made. So let's take a look at the three options that are in the top right section of Screencast-O-Matic. We have capture a screenshot, which we will review first. When you click this button, capture a screenshot, it will take a screenshot of whatever you want that is present on your computer screen. It will pop up with this that says ready to take a screenshot. Then you can click ready or cancel. Let's say I wanted to show my students this screenshot image. I go to whatever page or document I would like to take a screenshot of, and I click on ready. Once I do that, I can choose to either screenshot the entire page where everything, including the toolbar up at the top and anything I might have open down at the bottom, shows. Or I can choose to screenshot a small section of the page. So on this example, I just chose the pretty part of the page that didn't show everything else that I already had open. It's really up to you on what you would like to do. It kind of depends on what message you're trying to get across. Maybe you're trying to show your students how they need to go to the different website or how they can get to whatever tool they're trying to use by going down below to their toolbar. Or maybe you just want to show them the content that's in the middle of the page. Either way, you have options. Once you screenshot, you can save it under images here on Screencast-O-Matic, or you can go to a Word document and click Control V, which is paste, or right click for paste, and it will paste it into a document for you, and you can save it there, or you can save it as a picture. Let's look at the next option in the top right-hand corner of Screencast-O-Matic. We have Launch Recorder. So if I click Launch Recorder, it pops up with a recording screen. It says Recorder will record anything that happens in this frame. We have options even when we are recording. We can record only our screen, so that means only whatever is showing on our computer screen will record. We can record via webcam, which means it'll show whatever is in front of your web camera. Or we can do both, which is a hybrid of having your screen showing, but also you being present in the picture as well. Let's start off by talking about recording our screen. Whenever you are recording, whichever way, you have this little settings icon down below that looks like a little gadget. Your settings can include the max time. If you have a free Screencast-O-Matic account, your max time that you can record is 15 minutes. If you have a paid for subscription, you can have an unlimited amount of max time. You can choose the size that you want your video to be. You can choose if you want to be able to narrate the video, such as you want to be talking on the video, and if you want any computer audio to be playing. So right now I am using narration so you can hear my voice, but I'm not using computer audio because I don't have any computer audio that I want to share in this presentation. And I've found that sometimes if you have computer audio on and you're not going to have any computer audio in your presentation, then you get some little additional weird sounds that you might not have anticipated having before. We also have down at the bottom a marking tool, which makes it neat for being able to mark up whichever screen you have. If you have your screen up and let's say you're trying to complete math problems with your students, you can use this as a pencil on your computer to be able to help answer problems. So this is what it would look like if you recorded your screen. Okay. This is what it would look like if you wanted to switch to a webcam recording. Before, when we were recording our screen, it was recording anything that was on our screen. You have this bar or window sizer on the sides that you can use to choose how much of your screen you're wanting your audience to see. Once again, maybe you don't want them to see the web bar up at the top or the toolbar down at the bottom, and you can choose if you want them to just see a little bit or your entire screen. When you go to do a web camera recording, it is going to be you or whatever you have in front of your web camera and whatever is behind you. You also have the option to record both ways. So you could do both ways recording where you can show your screen but also still have yourself in the picture where they can still see you. I have used screen recording before with my students when I want to show them a PowerPoint presentation and they don't necessarily need to see me, but they do need to be able to see my screen. And I've used narration with that so they can hear me even while they aren't seeing me. I have used webcam recording before for reviewing math concepts on the board. So I would place my laptop on a cart, wheel it in front of my whiteboard, and stand there and complete math problems with my students, and it would record me in the classroom setting using the whiteboard, and it would record it just like you would if you were recording with your phone. However, it's such a greater quality. And then I had used both for phonics lessons specifically. I've used it for other reasons, but phonics lessons were my favorite. They would need to be able to see my screen to review whatever lesson we were going over, but they also needed to be able to see my face. So let's say we were talking about the short sound of A. Well, if I had a picture of apple, but I wanted them to know how to say apple, what their mouth should look like when they make that short sound, then they would be able to see me in the web camera while seeing my screen at the same time. So those are some really neat options that you have available. There is an option to edit your videos. That's in the top right-hand corner as well of Screencastomatic. However, that's available with a paid prescription or paid subscription only. So that's up to you really if you'd rather be able to edit your videos or not. Okay, let's say you finished recording your video. When you are finished recording your video, so you click record to start your video. When you're done recording, click the record button again and it will turn, or it'll be a pause button and you click the pause button. Then it will pop up with a message saying, are you done? Are you sure you want to be finished? When you click yes, you can choose different ways that you would like to save. You can save and upload, you can quick share, or you can edit the video, but once again, that's only if you have the paid subscription. So Screencast-O-Matic will then give you options as to how to publish or save your video. So on this one right here, I made a quick video to show you an example. So I had just recorded this pretty screen and then I was done and I wanted to save it. So I was going to save it as an MP4. You can name it, whatever you want to name it, and choose where to save it. So this is me saving it on my computer. You can have captions where it'll transcribe what you are saying, and then quality is however good of quality you want your recording to be. So you could do lower quality, but it's going to be grainy, or you can do normal, which is going to be a little nicer, or high, which will be much nicer. However, each one of those comes with a difference in how long it takes to upload, how long it takes to save, and how big your file format is going to be when you go to post it somewhere or potentially try to send it to somebody. So when you publish to your computer, you can upload it to YouTube or share it on your computer later. I used to make my videos and then send them to my students through Seesaw, and they would be able to see them at home with their parents. So they were able to view it whenever they wanted to, and I was able to send it that way. You can also publish to Screencastomatic. If you publish to Screencastomatic, you have the option to allow people to search for and view your video on the Screencastomatic website. So it has the same kind of things where you can name it what you want to name it and what kind of quality do you want it to be, and then you click publish. Publish is save. That's what is saving your video once you are done. When you publish a Screencast-O-Matic, you have the option to share the link to your video via Facebook, Twitter, Microsoft Teams, Google Classroom, or by email. So I've done it different ways. I've had it where I have it on Screencast-O-Matic and then I can email it out, or I save it to my computer and then I publish it to, say, YouTube, or I send it on Seesaw. I do want to give credit for that beautiful picture right there of the wonderful island and water. I did borrow that image, so I want to give credit where credit is due. I hope this was a useful tutorial for you on Screencast-O-Matic. It really is such a wonderful tool that provides you with so many different options for reaching your students. The great thing about Screencast-O-Matic is you can use it on your phone or you can use it on your computer. So you can make things at home if you are needing to reach your students while you are at home, or you can use it at school. It really has a lot of great features to use, and it's easy to use once you get in there and you experiment with it. So with my Microsoft Sway presentation being over, I can click share and then get my embedded code in order to be able to share this. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.